Good morning everyone, welcome to sunny Wales. This is the Faithful Ewe podcast. Today I thought I would have a go at doing some natural dyes. Now today I've built a rocket stove which is built out of bricks and breeze block, which I'll show you in some footage when we get down there. And I thought that I would have a go at building this stove so that I can dye wool without having to spend any money on electric, because of the price of electricity and that going up at the moment and gas prices and stuff. I thought that it would be a good way to try and find another method of dyeing wool, because it takes about an hour sometimes for the dyes to cook in the pan and it can be quite expensive. So I thought I'd try and find an alternative way of doing those dyes and getting my wool dyed for my weaving kits and for use in my knitting. So yeah, I thought today that I would have a go and see how that experiment works. So what I've done is I've done a pan of acid dyes, and they took probably about 10 minutes for the dye to fix because the wood was a good heat. It gave a good fire. Now I've gone in and put some natural dyes in, because in the garage I found some dye liquid from last year of daffodil flowers. So it's had a good 12 months to ferment. So I thought that I would have a go of that in the pan. So that's what's cooking on the stove at the moment. I've put about 8 hanks of yarn in there, probably about 200 grams. So we'll see how that dye goes and see if it works. So I'll take you down there now and show you what I've built. What you do is you build the stove up. I've built it with one layer of bricks, a layer of slate, and then you build a chamber where the fire goes, and then you put the H block on top, and then you put the pan on top. In here I've got daffodil flowers which I found from last year. It was in a jug of water already, so I thought that I'd put them in because it's going to be well fermented, and see what the yellow is that I get. So let's see how we get on. So hopefully it'll work. It's worked to dye some acid dyed wool. I'll just show you that in the pan there. I did that and that took about 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it'll work on this. I've got some hanks of 4-ply yarn that I hanked up during the winter, so I thought that if I can get some dye done this morning, then I can dry them and get them in my weaving kits ready to go on Etsy for some new colours. Yeah, so let's see if how it works. So I've got my hanks of yarn. So let's just pop that in. It's already got quite a strong colour just from being dipped in. So plonk that in. I've got about 10 hanks to go in, so I'm just going to undo them and pop them in. Right, so here's the hanks. Undo them. Undo them all. I'm not sure, but I think that because I put the first one in first, I think it may soak up all the colour, so we'll see how it goes. Another 3 to go in. I've got a little spoon. Yeah, I can already see that colour's disappearing. I don't think I'll put any more in. I think I'll just leave it at that and we'll see. Whether you can see that the yarn's now in the pan. And I'll leave that for about an hour. You can already see that there's colour coming into the yarn. So yeah, we'll leave that in there. Leave it there for about an hour. Right, okay, so we're back at the stove and it's been on for about 45 minutes. I put some wool in at the end, just taking on a bit of the colour, just to soak up the dye. And then this is the colour that we've had out of what we found that was fermenting in the garage. So yeah, I'm very pleased with my experiment. The fire's still lit. I could probably get another pan in there, on there, and do some more, but I've got to nip out. But yeah, I'm very pleased indeed. So that's definitely going to be what I use through the summer. I've got lots of bits off the trees that came down, off the branches that came down. There is a bit of dye colour left in there, so I'll be able to use that again and get more out. So yeah, the experiment has been very successful, so I'm very pleased. I think that's it for now. As I say, the dye experiment has been a success, so I'm definitely going to use my stove again. When I rebuild it to put the cement on, I'll show you how I built it, and then if anyone else wants to have a go of building a rocket stove for doing their dyeing, for dyeing wool, it's a great little project to do, and only took me 10 minutes really this morning to be able to put it together. Didn't cost me much. It cost me about £5 for the H block on the top, but other than that it was bits and bobs that I had lying around the garden. So it was a great little experiment and a great little project. So next week I'll retake it down and re-cement it back up again and show you how I built it. So that's it for now. Thanks very much for joining me again. If you like my videos, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.